Prairie Dawn's Upside Down poem and other nonsense from Sesame Street by David Core, illustrated by Tom Cook. Big Bird's Rhyme. I'm sitting here beneath a tree, pen and paper on my knee. I think it is the perfect time to use my brain to write a rhyme. So that's exactly what I'll do. I'll write a rhyme to share with you. That is, when I can figure out what I'm going to write about. Oscar's poem. So here I am in this old park. I'd rather be home in the dark. That silly bird thinks this is fun, but I can't wait until it's done. And I won't write a crummy rhyme. I simply wouldn't waste my time. I just won't do it. Not this kid. Oh no, oh rats. I think I did. Grover's Me poem. Me is a word I use each day. So many things it helps me say. Good for me. I shout so loud whenever I am feeling proud. And woe is me when things are bad. It means I'm feeling very sad. Tuck me in when I'm in bed. And kiss me on my little head. I could go on for quite some time, using me in ways that rhyme. But that's enough for me to write. It's time for me to say goodnight. My buddy bird, bird's unusual. I think you will agree. For one thing, he says paper clips. He has 803, and that's not all. That makes him rare. Two pigeons, he's a pal. He walks and feeds and waters them. He's built them a corral. He has 8 pairs of saddle shoes and 6 of argyle socks. He keeps them in his closet with his box of favorite rocks. Plain oatmeal is his favorite food. He eats it every day. He'll never try my crunchy puffs. He's weird in every way. Well, now I think I've said enough, 'cause Bert is my old friend. And if he's going to stay that way, I'd better say the end. Excuse me. Rhyme without cookies. Me trying not to write a rhyme about what me like best. Me sure you know just what that is. Me sure that you have guessed it. Instead, me rhyme about some things that me not want to eat. Me rhyme about galoshes to wear on both my feet. Galoshes are glossy, right? They make glossy noise. On rainy days you hear them on monsters, girls and boys. Glosh, glump, squish, they go. When mud is everywhere, but they not good for eating. And me not think that fair. They help me keep my feet all dry. Me know they nice for that. They just not good for eating. Like scarf and gloves and hat. Galoshes are terrific short in puddles and snowflakes. But they not taste delicious. Like carrots, plums, and cakes. Cakes make me think of donuts and good old pumpkin pie. And now me think of me going to say it, me can't help it. Here it come, yummy, oh boy, cookies! But don't say me didn't try. The Mystery of the Missing Muffins. One Monday morning, Sherlock Holmes, the world's greatest detective, went to Mr. and Mrs. Mopple's market on Mulberry Street to get some muffins and marmalade. I marched past the milk, the melons, the mustard, and the maple syrup to the muffin shelf. But much to my amazement, there weren't any muffins. I came for muffins and marmalade. I said, but there aren't any muffins. Mercy me, said Mr. Mopple. There was a multitude of muffins there only minutes ago. Egad, I said, the muffins were here and now they aren't. Most mysterious, I looked through my magnifying glass at the place where the missing muffins had been. Maybe, I said, you melted the muffins by mistake, or a mean magician turned the muffins into marbles and they rolled away, or perhaps a million mice made off with the muffins because they want them for mattresses. Muffins make good mouse mattresses. But Mr. and Mrs. Mopple hadn't been to the mailbox to mail anything that morning, and they hadn't seen my magicians or marbles or mice either, so I Sherlock Holmes thought some more. Just a moment, I said, magpies and monkeys like muffins. Have you seen my magpies or monkeys? Mr. and Mrs. Mopple shook their heads. What about moles or mallets or mules? I asked. They might like muffins, but they hadn't seen any of them either. What a muddle. Then Mrs. Mopple said, you might ask Marvin Master, who works for us. So I went to talk to Marvin Master. Marvin, I said, have you been to the mailbox to mail anything this morning? Or have you seen any magicians or marbles or mice or moles or mallets or magpies or monkeys? No, sir, said Marvin, who was a most well-mannered monster. Now I was more mixed up than ever, so I decided to go home and mull over the mystery. But as I made my way past the mushrooms and mayonnaise and the marshmallows, they're piled right next to the marmalade were the missing muffins. Eureka! I shouted. Mr. and Mrs. Mopple and Marvin Monster came running. I found the muffins. I told them. They're right here next to the marmalade. Of course, said Marvin Monster. I moved them there myself. I think muffins go well with marmalade, don't you, Mr. Hemlock? Zounds, why didn't you tell me, Marvin? You didn't ask me about the muffins, Mr. Hemlock, murmured Marvin. You asked me if I had been to the mailbox or seen any magicians or marbles or mice or mallets or magpies or monkeys. Feeling merry now that the mystery of the missing muffins was but a memory. I went home to munch on muffins or and marmalade. And they did go very well together indeed. Ernie's riddles. What kind of noise does a train make when it eats? Give up. It goes choo choo. On which side of the house does the sun shine? The outside. Why did the little monster put honey in his hat? It tasted better that way. Big Bird's fish poem. Fish live in the water. That's where they like to be, in rivers, lakes, or fish tanks, or in the deep blue sea. Fish live in the water. They don't need hands and feet. They don't need hands or feet. They don't play baseball, golf, or jacks, or ride bikes in the street. Fish live in the water. And how could that be better? For when it rains or snows, you see, they don't get any wetter. Fish live in the water. They don't wear shirts or ties, 'cause when they hang their washing out, it never ever dries. Fish live in the water, not like birds or and men or and women. What I don't know is what they do when it's too cold for swimming. The counting rhyme. 1. I count to 1, but that's no fun. 2. I count to 2. That just won't do. 3. I count to 3. That won't help me. I count 4. I count to 4. I still want more. 5. I count to 5. Will I ever arrive? 6. I count to 6. Do I stop next? 7. I count to 7. So who needs 7? 8. I count to 8. I cannot wait. 9. I count to 9. I start feeling fine. 10. Because next comes 10. Oh, wonderful 10. And I start counting all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Haha. Wonderful. I love it. More Ernie's riddles. I've made up some more riddles. You'll never guess the answers to these. What is the loudest color? Yellow. What do you ride on that has wheels and handlebars and a nice crispy crust and it's full of nice warm apples? A bicycle. How long do a giraffe's legs have to be? Long enough and to reach the ground. Oscar's riddles. Phooey, I don't like those riddles Ernie's been telling. Grouches like other kinds of riddles like these. What did the rock say to the mud puddle? Give up. I'll tell you what the rock said to the mud puddle. Nothing. Rocks can talk. There's another one. What did the rotten apple say to the trash can? Nothing. Apples can talk. Terrific, huh? Get ready. This next one's even better. What did the shoe say to the sidewalk? You don't know. Come on. Go on. Guess. All right. I'll tell you. The answer is nothing. Shoes can talk. Hey. Boy, Oscar, those riddles stinks. Thanks. All the nice things I could think of to write down before I ran out of paper. Apples and applesauce and apple pie just baked it. Penguins and polar bears, a piles of leaves just raked it. Sidewalks and sunny days and sand along the beach. Clover and clarinets and clouds too high to reach. Toadstools and tuna fish and telephones that ring, letters and lightning bugs and lullabies to sing, windows and willow trees and watches, time, fingers and Ferris wheels and funny poems that rhyme, rabbits and radishes and running out to play, gravy and grasshoppers and growing day by day, kisses and katydids and kittens in your lap. Bye bye, I think it's time for me to take my nap. Prairie Dawn's upside down poem. Up is where we have to go away from down. But wait, but what if everything were turned the other way around? The other way around. Yeah. Floors would then our ceilings be, and ceilings be our floors. But would we then go down the stairs to go through attic doors? Sitting down would seem quite strange, and standing up would too. And would the birds go underground if up is where they flew? What would saying bottom mean? Would mountains would mountains still have tops? Would rabbits, frogs, and kangaroos have trouble with their hops? Falling down, I do a lot. Would falling up hurt less if up were down? Would spilling milk produce a smaller mess? All these things I'm wondering are silly without Dubet. But how do you suppose we'd feel with things turned inside out? Harry's tongue twister. Penny Pepper packed a pot of peanut pancakes. A pot of peanut pancakes. Penny Pepper packed it. If Penny Pepper packed a pot of peanut pancakes, where's the pot of peanut pancakes Penny Pepper packed it? The Altogether poem. Let's make up a poem. We can each help to write it. First, think of a line, and then each recite it. My feathers are yellow. Grover's fur is all blue. Bert and Ernie are buddies, and me love cookie stew. My feet are enormous. I can lift a whole house. I can solve any mystery. I have a pet mouse. I love Rubber Ducky. When I count, I count fast. This dumb poem is yucky, so this line's the last. The end.